Hi everyone, we're Team 5 and our team project is the Agent Issue Tracker. Why does AIT exist? The problem with Jira linear GitHub issues and other issue tracker apps are designed for humans only, and agents cannot self-select the works. There are no track of the tokens that the agent used, therefore you cannot track the budget of the tokens. There's no claim locking, therefore multiple agents can grab the same task simultaneously. And as a solo builder, you need one unified view. As a product, the AIT is a website that is built on Cloudflare where issues get assigned to humans or agents. You can pick your agent where it pulls the context from the site and the work gets done. And this is how we implement them. The target user for our AIT is a solo dev. Some of the pain points that the solo dev encounters using traditional issue tracker apps is that there are no visibility to agent cost or output. You cannot tell if a task is stuck or quality failing, and there's no structured way to hand off works to agents. Therefore, our AIT program is going to put everything in one place and specifically solve these problems.
So during our first sprint, we developed a quick prototype using Claude Code to kind of show the team what we're going to be working with. In this prototype, we have a workable dashboard and a list of all the issues. There's a Kanban board, which is movable, and you can claim issues and also assign it to agents. And there's also a demo prototype that shows the workflow of how our app would work, including how agents would handle the task. We also developed a quick token burn and token budget tracker as well to kind of show progress as the agent finishes their claims. So at the end of sprint 1, we did a quick sprint review to talk about where our current team is standing. And we discussed some issues and solved some ADRs. So the first issue was the storage layer. All the issues were initially planned to be stored in local storage. However, the problem is that AA agents can't necessarily access local storage without browser permissions, and the integration was too difficult. So we resolved this by migrating to Cloudflare, where we can host a global database based on user login to access all the claims.
The second issue is within the data layer. The problem is that static GitHub pages cannot serve a real API. Agents has no way to pull from work over HTTP. Therefore, we replace one single file called data.js, which handles all the logic, into a worker.js that is on Cloudflare. All CRUD functions now go through the worker.js file, and agents in front end hits the same endpoints.
And lastly, for our schema, originally it was an informal reference document. However, with 3 teams building on top of that, that caused a problem pretty soon. So right now, the schema.md is locked as a single source of truth, and any changes from now on will require that specific team's ADR. On an overview of our team status, we divided our tasks into 3 teams. Team 1 mainly focusing on database and workflow, Team 2 on front-end and UX, and Team 3 for the agent workflow and specifically API integrations. And so far, there are certain things done, and what's left right now is the integration of what each team has done so far. And for our overall progress for the agile processes, we have done the stand-ups 3 times a week, the retrospectives. We did do a check-in with all stakeholders, including the TA and the professor. We currently have 8 ADRs, which live on our repo. We started using Miro boards for all of our workflows, which really helped the team. And currently, the CI/CD pipeline is done, and we do have each specific team log to capture how they're creating the code and what are the blockers and needs to do ASAP. Thank you so much for listening to our presentation.